How to use bebop scales in jazz harmony. Imagine you are in a jazz club, the lights are low, and the band begins to play a lively tune. The saxophonist takes the stage, and you hear a blend of notes that seem to dance around the chords. This is where bebop scales come into play, adding a unique flavor to jazz harmony. Bebop scales are essentially scales that have been modified to include additional notes, allowing for smoother transitions between chords and more expressive improvisation. They typically consist of 8 notes, which include the standard 7 notes of the major or minor scale, plus an additional note that creates a chromatic passing tone. This extra note helps to create a more fluid melodic line, making it easier to navigate through chord changes. To effectively use bebop scales in your playing, start by identifying the chord changes in the piece you are working on. For example, if you are playing over a dominant 7th chord, you would use the bebop dominant scale. This scale includes the root, major 2nd, major 3rd, perfect 4th, perfect 5th, major 6th, minor 7th, and the chromatic passing tone, which is usually the major 7th. Practice playing the bebop scale over the chord, ensuring that you emphasize the chord tones on the strong beats. This approach creates a strong connection between your melody and the harmony, making your improvisation sound more cohesive. As you become comfortable with the scales, try experimenting with different rhythmic patterns and phrasing. Bebop is known for its syncopation, so feel free to play around with the timing of your notes. This will add an exciting dynamic to your playing and help you develop your own unique style. Listening to recordings of bebop musicians can also provide a wealth of ideas on how to incorporate these scales into your improvisation. Pay attention to how artists like Charlie Parker and Dizzy Gillespie use bebop scales to create tension and releases within their solos. In conclusion, using bebop scales in jazz harmony involves understanding the chord changes, practicing the scales with an emphasis on chord tones, and experimenting with rhythm and phrasing. With time and practice, you will find that these scales can significantly enrich your improvisational skills and overall musicianship.